Should be a lot of fun. Remember the internet site, www.interbox.ca. And this is the Video A Boxing Gala. Still to come tonight's final. Fadi Masawi disposing of Ron Pasek at 2:45 of the third round. TKO. Dale Brown, former broadcast partner. 21 wins. 2 losses to Girov, one of them. Hey, this is something I really enjoyed, by the way. Public training right outside here at the Molson Center. A lot of people turned out. It was a beautiful week weather-wise, and you don't see that very often. Public training outdoors.
Well, it's good because the public has a chance to meet the boxers that they get to watch on TV.
Molson Center, the downtown area, a lot of people stepping out for lunch and coming over to watch the pugilists. Here's Dale moving towards the ring. He is an athlete who dedicates himself with passion and discipline to boxing. He is a role model as well as an inspiration to young boxers who train with him in the gym. His almost perfect technique as well as his strong punching power and speed make Dale one of the best cruiserweights in the world. The Cowboy, originally from Calgary, Alberta, he is the #1 contender and the challenger here tonight to the champion, Willard Lewis from Edmonton, Alberta.
And Brown is a lot, I don't know if I can say a lot more dedicated, but after his tough loss to Wayne Brathwaite a few months back, he's just more determined and more hungry than he's ever been. And he's in there, and you can see him. He wants to get rid of them opponents right away. And you saw that last month with his TKO in the second round of Matthew Carlson. He looked unbelievable.
He told me he was working on the little things. Now, you as a boxer can tell me what those little things are.
And that's all it takes, just the little things. Defense, coming off a little bit more aggressive in the first round. He was a lot more patient in the past, and now he's like, let's get it on.
Hopes to fight Vasily Girov in November. Nothing confirmed, but that would be Dale Brown's wish. And another one of Dale Brown's wish, that the fight take place right here in Montreal.
That would be a beautiful fight right here in the Molson Center.
These two, even though they're from the same province, Dale calls Montreal home now, but even though they're from the same province, they never fought as amateurs. They were scheduled to fight twice.
Well, the thing about that is Lewis was always heavier than Brown back then, if you could believe that. Brown fought at 178 pounds, and Lewis fought at 200 pounds. Lewis was a little bit overweight, actually, as an amateur. But he was a really good amateur. They never fought each other. And so it has come now, the Battle of Alberta.
Yes, folks, it's the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. As Charles Andre Marchand said, the pugilistic battle of Alberta and the Mecca of hockey here at the Molson Center.
I think it's Calgary and Montreal. Edmonton.
En présence avec nous ce soir for tonight's main event, we'd like to introduce to you a few boxing champions who are with us tonight. D'abord, veuillez accueillir s'il vous plaît l'ex-champion mondial des poids moyens. Please welcome former world middleweight champion de Montréal, Otis Grant. Et les deux prochains champions que nous vous présentons ont rendez-vous ici même dans le ring du Centre Molson le 8 septembre prochain. These two Canadian champions will clash right here at the Molson Center ring on September 8th. Mesdames, Messieurs, accueillons s'il vous plaît le champion canadien des poids moyens. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with us tonight Canadian middleweight champion Davey Hilton. Come on up, Davey, come on up. Accueillez maintenant le champion canadien des poids mi-lourds. Please now welcome Canadian Light Heavyweight Champion, mesdames, messieurs, Éric Lucas.
We may have a second fight of the ring here.
Luke and Hilton don't really care for each other that much.
You've got Otis to manage everything in there at all. The peacemaker, Otis Grant.
Le 8 septembre, ici même au centre Molson, Lucas Hilton. Otis, Bailey, Eric, merci. Thank you, guys. Vous savez récemment que le Québec et le Canada ont perdu l'un de ses plus grands athlètes de l'histoire du sport. Nous aimerions à ce moment-ci vous inviter à vous lever pour rendre hommage à ce héros national par un compte de 10 traditionnel à la boxe. Recently, a great Canadian athlete, one of the all-time best athletes, has passed away. At this moment, we ask you to please rise for a count of 10. Mesdames, Messieurs, à la mémoire de Monsieur Maurice Rocket Richard.
Career goals, arguably one of the best lines in hockey with Elmer Locke and Toe Blake.
Please rise and join Mr. Perry Conestrati for the singing of our national anthem.
Punchline.
Oh, Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Mesdames, Messieurs, voici maintenant le combat principal de la soirée. 12 rondes de boxe pour le championnat canadien des lourds légers. Here's tonight's main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the Canadian Cruiserweight Championship. Mesdames, Messieurs, nous vous rappelons que ce combat est approuvé par la Régie des alcools, des courses et des jeux, par son président, M. Serge Lafontaine, et sanctionné par la Fédération canadienne de boxe professionnelle, par son président, M. Ron Hayter, représenté près de la reine par M. Ed Pearson. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you that this bout is approved by la Régie des alcools, des courses et des jeux, by its president, Mr. Serge Lafontaine, and sanctioned by the Canadian Professional Boxing Federation, its president, Mr. Ron Hayter, represented here at ringside by Mr. Ed Pearson. Les officiels du combat, the officials for tonight's bout. Nous rappelons que la surveillance médicale du combat est assuré par le docteur Pierre Meunier. Medical supervision is by Fight Doctor Pierre Meunier. Le chronométreur, timekeeper, M. André Huard. L'officiel des chutes, KO timekeeper, M. André Bouchard. Les juges pour ce combat, judging this bout at ringside, M. André Bidégaré, M. Sylvain Leblanc et M. Pasquale Procopio. L'arbitre du combat, when the bell rings, referee Mike Griffin will handle this bout. D'abord, dans le coin rouge, first in the red corner, portant la culotte noire et pesant 187,9 livres. He is wearing black trunks and weighed in at 187.9 pounds. Il a une fiche professionnelle de 21 victoires, 15 par KO et un combat nul en 24 combats. In 24 professional bouts, his record stands at 21 wins, 15 by knockout and 1 draw. Mesdames, Messieurs, accueillons s'il vous plaît le champion NABF des lourds légers de 1997 à cette année, l'aspirant numéro 1 au titre canadien des lourds légers et membre de l'équipe olympique canadienne à Barcelone en 1992. Ladies and gentlemen, he was a member of the Canadian team at the 1992 Summer Olympic Games in Barcelona, Spain. He is also the #1 contender for the Canadian Cruiserweight title and the NABF Cruiserweight champion from 1997 to this year. De Montréal, en provenance de Calgary. He is from Calgary, but now living in Montreal. Mesdames, Messieurs, accueillons, please welcome, Dale Cabo. In the blue corner, portant la culotte noire, rouge et or, wearing black trunks with red and gold trim, et pesant 185,3 livres, weighing in at 185.3 pounds. En 19 combats professionnels, il montre une fiche de 16 victoires, 8 par KO et un combat nul. In 19 professional bouts, he shows 16 wins, 8 coming by way of knockout and 1 draw. Accueillons, s'il vous plaît, le champion canadien des lourds légers. Please welcome the current Canadian Cruiserweight champion, d'Edmonton, en Alberta, from Edmonton, Alberta, Willard, Red Thunder Rock Lewis.
Gentlemen, receive your instructions in the dressing room before the fight. Remember to obey my commands during this fight. Shake hands now. Good luck to both of you.
Only one will walk out of the ring with the title here tonight. The defending champion, of course, is Willard Lewis. The #1 contender is Dale Brown. I'm Dino Sisto alongside Michael Strange. At stake, the Canadian Cruiserweight title right here on TMN.
And these guys have been anticipating and waiting for this match for years now.
Dale Brown in the solid black trunks, Lewis in black with red and gold trim. Brown won the NABF title May 5th, 1997. Big win over Brian LaSpada on that night. His first fight, pro, April 28th, 1995. A first round TKO of Mike Carney in Pennsylvania. And Dale has lost 2 of his last 4 fights. One of them to Vasily Girov, and the other one cost him the NABF title.
Yeah, I don't really think he should have fought for that NABF title after losing and fighting an unbelievable fight against Girov. I don't think he was ready physically or mentally for that fight, the NABF title.
Lost the NABF title to Wayne Brathwaite on February 12th, and I agree with you. And you know what? Dale agrees with you too, because he told me prior to the fight that he's been working on his mental aspect and that he came in here tonight perfectly at ease with himself.
Well, that's probably what those losses did to him. He has to be more relaxed, more determined. I know he's been training hard with Hector Roca, who's Turogati's trainer, along with Stefan LaRouche. And both these guys have about the same amount of experience, although Brown has fought a lot tougher guys than Lewis has. But Lewis has the belt, and Brown has to try to get it.
scheduled for 12 rounds. Because he was the NABF title holder, do you think he just sort of forgot about the Canadian belt there for a while?
I think so. You know, he was after the World Championship and the NABF Championship, and now he's back down. Maybe that's a good thing, get back down to the Canadian Championship level. And then that'll lead back up to the NABF, and then hopefully the world title next fall against Jurov. But he has to get past Lewis first.
Big challenge.
And he's no easy customer.
Lewis 16-2-1. Of those 16 wins, 8 by knockout. Red Thunder Rock is his nickname.
He's a tough guy. He likes to exchange. We'll see what happens after this round. See if they try to get in more of a mix-up, more of a feeling out round right now.
And naturally so. It's scheduled for 12 rounds. You want to pace yourself and you want to know more about your opponent. You only find out more about him inside the ring. You can watch all the films you want. In fact, Dell was telling me today that he woke up this morning, had a big breakfast, relaxed, and then he watched 2 of Willard Lewis's fights. Didn't do too much, so didn't train at all today. Just made sure to get ready for tonight's fight.
That's right, a little bit of homework on Lewis.
Cramming, right? Last second cramming.
That's it.
www.interbox.ca. If you're like me and you like surfing, not on the ocean, well, check this site out. It has everything for you, including the boxers and the trainers, upcoming bouts, and my favorite section, the photos and videos, plus Interbox news and the links. It's all there and more at interbox.ca.
It's a very tentative first round. Guy has Brown winning the round, and I have to agree with him. 10-9 round for Dale Brown.
Let's go.
Still a close round.
Sorry, Mike.
Okay.
Let's go to
yeah,
Guy.
Dino, I think the first round established just enough to show that the ring generalship, Dale Brown has the advantage there. What remains to be seen is how he does once the action really opens up and they start slugging it out. But from a point of view of ring generalship, Dale Brown won the first round.
Thank you very much, Guy Jutra. Round 2 of 12, and Brown leads with a terrific left hook.
When you watch Brown, he looks so relaxed in there. And technically, Brown is probably one of the best in the world.
He's got a right hand in there as well. I'm trying to stay impartial, Mike, but Mike, I'll be cheering for you in Sydney.
Thanks, buddy.
That's right. And I'm going to cheer for Dale deep down inside because Dale has sat in your seat quite a few times, both here at the Molson Center as a color commentator and at the Saint-Pierre Charbonneau. And tonight is a big night for him. He goes for the Canadian Championship. But these are 2 outstanding young men.
It's a pretty even round thus far. Both exchanging.
Both have stayed away from the ropes.
I think with experience, these guys got so much experience, they don't want to get out of the ropes. They're staying in that center of the ring. Both exchanging jabs there. And they're both quick.
Exchange, center of the ring. Brown with a left hand. What a terrific shot by Dale Brown.
Lewis came lunged in with that right hand, and Brown stepped back and threw a beautiful left hook on right in the button.
Watch Brown's left hand here. He'll try to go to the body. Good right hand by Brown. Right now, Brown is taking this fight to Lewis. Just in the last 30, 40 seconds or so. See what kind of adjustment Lewis makes here. Good left hand by Brown.
Again with that left hook. And again, Lewis came lunged in with the right hand. And Brown, quick, fast left hook.
Right there, Lewis didn't make the adjustment, but watch when he heads towards the corner, they will tell him.
Beautiful left right combo.
I'm surprised Brown isn't going more to the body, but I guess the openings dictate where you go.
That's right. And he's just doing great counterpunching right here. He's letting Lewis come to him, throw the initial punch, and then Dale counters on right away.
2 of 12 into the books. And we suspect Dale Brown has a 2-point lead.
He landed 2 or 3 beautiful left hooks in that round. Oh, and there's the left hook.
We saw that happen twice in that round. We did not see the adjustment on the part of Willard Lewis. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown punch or rule. Standing points must system in effect. Referee and the doctor can stop the fight. Boxer can be saved by the bell in the last round only. Those are the Quebec rules. I'm Dino Sisto alongside Michael Strange. And we are joined by Yvan Michel of Interbox, and he'll join us for this round. Is that okay, Yvan? How are you?
Very good, thank you.
All right. 2 very excellent rounds for Dale Brown. I thought the second one a lot more than the first, Yvan.
Dale Brown is very, very accurate in counterpunch. He let the Willard Lewis keep the control of the ring from the middle, but let him throw the first punch, but his counter is very, very good.
Round 3 of 12 here at the Molson Center, as Lewis, a little more of the aggressor here to start round number 3, Michael.
And that's fine, too. I think he wants, actually, Lewis to come in on him because he's just a beautiful counterpuncher, Brown. And hopefully he'll start lunging with the right hands again, and then Brown can catch him with them left hooks.
As mentioned, this is round number 3. Brown's last fight lasted 2 rounds, a TKO win over Matthew Charleston.
And he just got caught with another left hook, Lewis.
You mentioned that you'd like to see Lewis's corner make the adjustment to those left hooks in round number 2. It hasn't taken place so far. Yvon.
No, again, the left hook from Dale Brown, and Willard Lewis, blood from his nose now. I never seen Dale Brown so accurate in a fight.
Well, Dale Brown told me prior to the fight that he wanted to work on the small things, and he did during his training camp, and I think it's showing here tonight.
We can see also the improvement with the support of Hector Roca, who's got a lot of experience at that level. And also, Dale really dedicated himself. He was good before, but he learned a lot in his losses against Giraffe and Brett Waite, and he's on his way for good thing if he can get a good win tonight.
Let me ask you about the Brathwaite fight. Do you think the Giraffe fight was still on Dale's mind when he fought?
I'm sure, definitely. And Dale is doing very good here, but he's respecting Willard Lewis. That's how he can be also so effective.
And I saw a pattern also with Hercules Caballos where Hercules came out a lot stronger in the first 2 rounds of his fight. And right off the bat, I thought Dale, though a little tentative in the first round, took control of that first round late and has gotten stronger and stronger as this fight has progressed.
Got to give a lot of credit to Lewis, though. He's taken a lot of some big blows from Brown and he's still sticking in there.
And Willard Lewis is a talented fighter, always dangerous.
Under 30 seconds to go here in round 3 of 12. Vasily Giraffe again.
Hopefully, but we have to go to that one first. I don't know what's wrong with Willard Lewis' mouthpiece, but he seems to have trouble to breathe.
Again, you know, Brown's a lot more cut than Lewis. A lot better shape right now, and I think as the fight progresses, that will help Dale Brown more and more.
Another great round by Brown.
Again, he's dictating the fight, taking the fight to his opponent, and you have to win those rounds because the champion here is Willard Lewis, and you don't want to leave anything to chance.
No, if it's a close bout, it's going to go to Lewis.
Yvon Michel, thank you very much for dropping by. I know you're a very busy man and taking time out of your schedule.
Thank you, and don't forget the next event, August 16. Will be another very good event. We will tell you a little bit more about that later on.
Salty Masawi against Alex Hilton should be interesting. September 8th as well. Davey Hilton Jr., that's coming up. And here, highlights of round number 3. And we will go to our ringside judge, Guy Jutra, at the start of the next round. But so far, I have this fight each and every round.
That looks like a shutout for Brown right now, but you can't be too sure with these judges, I think, especially when Lewis is a champion.
So let's go to Guy Jutra and find out exactly how he has this fight scored.
Well, it seems like the tempo is set. We see Brown with the superior ring generalship. He's got the speed, he's got the counter punching, he's got the footwork, he's got the feinting. So on all-around scorecard, I think that he's just dominating the fight so far, and we've given him the 3 first rounds on 10-9 score.
Guy Jutra, this is the Movie Network. I'm Dino Sisto alongside Michael Strange, live boxing from the Molson Center in downtown Montreal on Formula One weekend. As Brown moves in.
Again with the left hook.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Lewis's corner wouldn't have picked up on that. Stop lunging in with that right hand. He's getting caught every time. Then again, Dale Brown is so quick on that too. He looks so comfortable in there. Slipped inside, threw a nice left hook to the body.
Now Brown moves towards.
Another nice left hook to the body. I think that's what his corner wanted him to do. Go to the body, his hands are going to come down, and then go to the head.
Well, Yvon Michel made a good point, and you'll see it here. Lewis is having a difficult time breathing. He keeps on.
Well, it could be that
He has his mouth open.
and there's blood coming out of his nose as well.
Could be a broken nose.
Could be a broken nose.
Right there again.
Yep.
Reaching for his mouthpiece and trying to fix it as Brown moves in again. Over the top. Good exchange there.
Yeah, another left hook by Brown.
Again. Willard Lewis.
I think he's having trouble breathing, Lewis. And it might be from that bloody nose that he has now.
Last thing you need is a distraction inside the ring during a championship fight. The more you think about it, the more it's on your mind, obviously, and the more it becomes a distraction, and the more your opponent capitalizes.
I guarantee those body shots aren't helping with his breathing as well. He's really digging down with those body shots.
Right now, Dale Brown starting to take apart his opponent. Brown moves in, couple of quick left jabs, setting up the right, moving up against the ropes, good uppercut. Wins for Brown, 15 by knockout. Mike Griffin wants Brown to keep the gloves up. 2 losses, 1 draw for Brown. Number 1 contender, Willard Lewis, 16-2-1. Of those 16 wins, 8 by knockout.
This is the fastest start I've seen from Brown in a while. It looks really good. That's what he has to do to compete at the world-class level. Start off quick.
I don't think Brown has really been hit in this fight.
No, his defense is unbelievable. Like I said, you know, as far as being technical, he's unbelievable. Slipped in the right hook there.
Goes on left. It's the left. It keeps Lewis off balance, and it takes Lewis a few seconds to adjust after he gets hit with that punch.
Well, you got to set everything up with your jab. That's what Brown's doing.
Look at Brown. He looks like he's having a nap on the sofa.
He looks focused. He's probably closing his eyes, concentrating what he's got to do this round. Boxing is such a big mental game as well.
It's a clean sweep. Guy Jutra has given all 4 rounds to Dale Brown. At stake, the Canadian Cruiserweight Championship. Brown in the solid black trunks with the Interbox logo on the back, and Lewis in black with red and gold trim. And we told you last round that Brown really hasn't been hit with a solid punch. Same thing can't be said about his opponent here tonight, Willard Lewis.
And Lewis is coming out strong now.
And he has to.
Well, he's not going to give Brown his title.
Good left hand by Brown, and Lewis has not made that adjustment, nor has his corner.
Well, it's tough to adjust when, Brown is so quick. Lewis throws that right hand right away. Brown counters with that left hook. He looks so relaxed in there.
Brown moves in. Lewis trying to force Lewis against the ropes, and Lewis comes back. Watch here. Brown will lean to the body, but watch the left hand. He throws it a minimum twice around, and there's a left hand right in between the gloves. There it is again. He has his quota.
There's Lewis again coughing. I don't know if it's just because of the nosebleed.
I think it could be a broken nose. He's having difficulty breathing. Certainly boxing with his mouth open.
Plus Dale's been sinking into his body shots as well.
Good body
that
shot.
Right hand, that hurt him too. And that's bringing the left hand down. That's what he's got to follow up with the right hand to the chin.
Right hand to the ribs will bring down those gloves almost every time. He's done it all, Brown. He's gone upstairs. He's punished Lewis upstairs. He's punished him down low.
Brown looks so focused right now.
Leading with that left, looking for a space in between the gloves, following with the right. Left, right, left. It's not saying that he's doing color for this broadcast. Right, left, right, left, right.
Oh, 3 jabs in a row landed.
Against the ropes. Certainly Lewis doesn't want to be against the ropes, and he quickly turns the tables, heads to the center of the ring, and again, Brown throwing that left jab, forcing Lewis to the outside. Under 10 seconds to go here, round 5 of 12.
Lewis's eyes are starting to swell up a bit from the repeated jabs from Brown and left hooks as well. Another beautiful round by Brown.
Good left hand to finish up the round, and that pretty much resumes the fight, folks. The fact that Dale Brown has been able to connect with the left hand consistently throughout the first 5 rounds, and he is dictating this fight right now.
Yeah, he's just got to keep doing what he's doing right now. Smart boxing out there. You can't take for granted just because he's won the first 4, 5, 6 rounds, He's got to keep it going because Lewis has been around. And he's not, like I said earlier, he's not going to give Brown his title. He's going to look for that knockout.
I don't think we'll see an Oscar de la Hoya here where Dale Brown will be comfortably ahead and then he'll dance and lose the fight by decision against Felix Trinidad, but
no, I've never seen Brown this motivated and determined before.
it is a clean sweep thus far, according to Guy Jutra. So let's go to our ringside judge, Guy.
Yeah, Dino, I think the last round it seemed that Lewis was catching his breath a little bit, and he didn't lose by as much as in the first 4 rounds. But however, we'll have to wait to see whether this is a trend or whether it's just a respite for 1 round. I give it a 10-9 again.
Scheduled for 12. Dino Sisto alongside Canadian Olympian Michael Strange as he gets ready for Australia. Good left hand there on the part of Brown and a good counter punch on the part of Lewis.
That's the first punch that I've seen Brown really take, and then he comes back with a nice left hook like that.
Just got him angry. Brown moves Lewis towards the ropes, but yet they have not fought near the ropes, and Lewis is slick to stay away from those ropes. In close,
and Lewis looks a lot more impressive this round. But then again, we're only halfway through.
Good left hand there by Brown, and Lewis isn't going anywhere until he gets that solved. Really, it's something that will haunt him throughout this fight.
Yeah, when he throws that right hand, he should be moving in more with his legs and not his upper body. He'll get caught all night with that counter punch.
conditioning will be a factor here as well.
I know it won't for Brown because Brown prepares to box 12 rounds and he trains so hard. These guys from Interbox, they wake up at 6:30 in the mornings doing their running and their sprints and their weight training, and then they go home for breakfast and they're back at noon to train again.
6 of 12, 48 seconds to go. As Brown moves in, and now we have blood from Lewis's nose and a bit from his mouth as well. And now we have some dancing on the part of Dale Brown. He's doing it all.
Yeah, he is. Infighting, some hard punching, some great boxing, great lateral movement.
I think we'll see more and more of this from Brown as the fight progresses, especially if he keeps on mounting those rounds, getting those scores, and then at one point he's just going to dance and wear out his opponent and hope to land the big one. Check in with Dale Brown's corner. Last fight, as we mentioned, Matthew Charleston, a second round TKO. Stefan LaRouche has been a very busy man here tonight. We see Bob Miller, the cut man, applying some pressure over the left eye of Dale Brown.
Yeah, if I'm in coaches for Dale Brown's corner, I really couldn't tell him too much right now. He's doing it all right now. Got a small nick over his left eye right now. I think that was from my headbutt. I'm not sure. It's nothing to worry about. It's over top of his eyebrow.
Bob doesn't have much to do, so I figure.
Yeah.
We can take care of this right now.
But if I was in Lewis's corner, I'd basically tell him you gotta go for it now. Half the fight's gone. He's pretty well lost every round.
The reverse of fortune. That's what Willard Lewis is looking for here tonight. As according to Guy Jutra, Dale Brown has won the first 6 rounds by 1 point each, so he's up by 6. But Lewis is throwing a lot more punches as his fight is progressing.
Well, he's the type of guy that gets stronger and stronger as the fight progresses as well. And he's going to have to, because he's down by at least 6 points right now to Brown. And a nice left hook to the body by Brown.
And now leans in with the left hand, looking to find a gap. Oh, and there it is again.
See what happened there. Lewis was parrying Brown's jab with his right hand, and then he tried to do it again. And Dale faked it and threw a left hook and caught him right on the button.
Now moves in again.
Brown just looking for those openings.
Keep an eye, if you will, on Brown's left hand and see how quick it goes. I'm going to distract you away from the rest of the fight, but at one point he's going to throw that bomb. There it is.
Oh, beautiful left hook.
Like clockwork, every 20-25 seconds, boom, the left hand. Right now he's got Willard up against the ropes. Willard throws a wild left jab, follows up. Having problems with his saliva, Mr. Willard. That happens when you fight with an open mouth.
That happens when you're tired and keep getting hit repeatedly by Brown.
Now moves in, left hand. We try to set up that left hand with a right cross.
Lewis landed a little right uppercut.
There's our left hand again, and
good exchange there.
And mixing it up. Fans love that kind of stuff, obviously. There's life to a fight.
There goes Lewis's nose again, bleeding.
7 of 12 now, under 30 seconds to go in this round. As Brown has Lewis up against the ropes, and Lewis slips away. doubt about it. Brown is dictating the tempo of this fight. And he's the aggressor because he's chasing his opponent
he's
around.
He's giving Lewis a boxing lesson right now. Just picking him apart.
It's all Del Brown here tonight at the Molson Center. If you missed it earlier, Fanti Moussaoui, third round TKO at 245 over Ron Pasek. And the other fight we had here tonight, Hercules Carrelos with a unanimous decision over Wayne Boudreaux.
There we see that big left hook by Brown again. They got to be desperate.
Don't miss it. Friday, September 8th. Everyone's talking about it. Eric Luca, Davey Hilton Jr. right here. Live from the Molson Center. It's Interbox KO Mania. And to find out more, just visit www.interbox.ca.
They stopped the fight. Lewis's corner stopped the fight.
It's over! Del Brown is the Canadian Cruiserweight Champion!
He's taking way too much punishment.
A surprise here tonight. Del Brown, good eye, Michael Strange. I don't think the fans realize it yet.
Well, the fans are a little disappointed, but I think Lewis took a lot of punishment there, and I think they were smart in stopping that match.
22-2-1, 16 by knockout. That man right there, not the one on the screen, the other one, as Willard Lewis surrenders his Canadian belt. That man is the new Canadian champion.
He's been waiting for this Canadian title for a while, and he's finally got it.
Del Brown says he worked on the little things and his mental makeup and walked into the ring tonight, and he'll walk out of the ring with a title. Doesn't get sweeter than this. All those hours of hard work, and here comes the belt.
Yeah, I think Lewis just realized he was outclassed and said, you know, I've had enough. He showed great heart just staying the 7 rounds with Brown.
Our Charles-Andre Marchand will head inside the ring after the final announcement, and we will hear from Dale Brown. We'll certainly recap some of the other fights as well.
Le gagnant du combat par abandon de Willard Lewis après le 7e round. Willard Lewis does not answer the bell for the 8th round. Thus, the winner of this bout and new Canadian Cruiserweight Champion, le nouveau champion canadien des lourds légers, Dale Cowboy Brown.
Well, I know they're going to be pleased back home in Calgary. His parents and his brother back there.
See, and I don't mind at all what Willard Lewis's corner did. This was not his fight tonight. It could be that Lewis may once again be a Canadian champion, but it wasn't going to happen tonight, and it was just prolonging the inevitable. So someone in that corner was smart enough to say, look, there'll be another day for our young man. We believe in him, but tonight's no reason to take the kind of punishment he's taking.
Definitely not. He showed a lot of heart just staying in as many rounds as he could win. And like I said earlier, I know Dale's first coach, his mother's watching back home, please, and his father, and wish him and all the fathers happy Father's Day coming up, especially my father. Maybe I won't have to buy him a gift now.
A big hello to Niagara Falls.
Big hello, Niagara Falls.
Lewis told Ivo Michel, this man is too good for me. Let's go to Charles-Andre Marchand with the new Canadian Cruiserweight Champion.
Brown, I know it's been a year with some disappointments. Tonight, you're now crowned Cruiserweight's Canadian Champion. It must be a great relief after those defeats, especially against Jirov.
Yeah, no question. It's a good relief, but, you know, I look at Jirov as a great learning experience, and next time we're in the ring with him, we're going to take that belt from him.
Now, tonight, it was not an easy fight. You dominated technically. Your opponent seemed to be struggling from the start. We don't know if he was injured or what happened exactly. Do you have a theory on that?
No, I don't have a theory. You know, my jab was very crisp tonight. We worked on a strong jab. I wish I was a little bit more crisp on the combination punching. but I felt my jab controlled the bout, and in that effect, he couldn't do anything against my jab because every time he walked in, he was catching it.
Were you surprised when he decided to call it quits after the 7th round?
No, not at all, actually. You know, one person can only take so much, and he was getting frustrated. He couldn't hit me with the clean shots that he wanted, so a gallant effort, but a good stoppage.
Now, Dale, what's next?
What's next? You know, back in the gym. You know, I'm going to take a little bit of a break right now, a couple weeks off. Well-deserved, I think. We've been working hard in the gym. So a couple weeks off and then back to the drawing board, you know. Even though it's a win, there's still stuff we have to learn, and I haven't learned everything yet, and we're getting ready for the next one.
Dale Cowboy Brown, new Canadian champion of the cruiserweight. Congratulations.
Merci pour votre appui, Montreal.
Thank you very much.
Charles-Andre Marchand inside the ring with our new Canadian Cruiserweight champion, Dale Brown. Good to see Dale as he's exiting the ring, but what a terrific performance here tonight.
It's the best I've seen in a while. Looks so controlled and so relaxed, and just putting on a boxing lesson.
He took the fight to his opponent here tonight, Willard Lewis. I thought the fight was tentative as usual in round number 1, but then all of a sudden Brown started taking control, and he started taking control with that left hand.
That left hand, and that was the key. The jab, and then when he caught Lewis lunging in with that right hand, he made him pay for it with that big left hook.
And certainly we look forward to Brown continuing his quest for a world championship fight. He told me prior to tonight's gala that he definitely wants to meet Vasily Girov again. You know, Dale Brown's a very proud man. No one has to tell him that, hey, maybe you were a little overmatched against Vasily Girov. He knows that to a certain extent, but he also knows deep down inside that he wants another crack at him, especially after he performed so well until that shot to the ribs.
That's right. And initially, when he fought against Girov, if he would have won the next 2-3 rounds, he would have won the match. Unfortunately, he got caught with that liver punch, and it ended the night for Brown. But it was another day, and Brown looks great tonight.
Certainly it does. And some of the other fights here tonight, just to recap, Fatih Moussaoui defeated his opponent, Ron Pashak, at 2:45 of the 3rd round. It was a TKO. Hercules Cavallos, a clean sweep, an 8th-round decision over his opponent here tonight, Wayne Boudreau. And Dale Brown is the Canadian Cruiserweight champion. Now, earlier tonight, Leo Doran waged a war in his fight. We will pick up the final 2 rounds of that fight, automatically announcing that it will go the distance. But Leo Doran in the 7th round here against Jose Aponte of Puerto Rico. 52 seconds to go in the 8th round. Doran in the solid black trunks, and